I've been doing financial literacy for about going on 2 to 3 years now. And I've been an entrepreneur actually for 10 years, doing like content, photography, videography, sales, pretty much stuff like that. And basically, um, financial literacy is very important for me because I actually had to change my life and how I was. I'm 42. I seen from the some of the questionnaires that some of you guys are in that same age group. And for me, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, there wasn't nobody coming to the hood like or to our communities, kicking game like this, and even if they did, we probably wouldn't even listen to them, because if we did have someone to come back to our community, which we call the hood, um, man, our lives could really be like on the up and up. It could be looking like some of those guys, like if you scroll on Instagram and you seeing these guys like, taking trips, you know, being able to do whatever it is they can do financially, don't have to worry about working because, they work for themselves and things like that. It's because, it's a mindset. You got to put in this work. You got to put, time and building yourself pretty much to be able to make those type of moves. So pretty much for me, I feel like I wasted like 20 years of my life, not knowing these things like principles. And it's just basic principles, man. Like if you really think about it, like, what is credit? You know what I mean? Like how to budget, how to save, how to balance a credit card or a checkbook, things like that. That's real basic, man. Like they never really taught us in school. I wish they did, because if they did, my mind would have been, on another stratosphere right now. So, I'm just here, guys, to like kind of like get you guys in the right mindset, so that way you can kind of like take whatever it is that I can, tell you today, or if you guys here for other sessions, you guys can pretty much, or even hear me, on social media, you guys can just take little gems and apply that to your own life. And then that way you guys could just, start on the right track, and then and not think that, your life is over because, you don't know certain things. I mean, if you start today, man, I'm telling you, you just keep that momentum going. You don't have to know everything that I know today. You can just start with one thing, you see, and then let that be the stepping stone that you need to go in that right direction. And that's pretty much what I'm here for, you guys, man. I just want to be able to relate to you guys. I've been in trouble too. You know, I'm not as, proud of my past, but I can say this, that today I'm so glad that I am going in that right direction. So my next 20 years will be better than my last. So yeah, man. So if you guys got any questions or anything like that, I'm not sure how, how this segment gonna flow, but yeah, man, that's just pretty much me in a nutshell. You know, I live in Miami, Florida. Not sure where you guys are at, but yeah, I'm on the East Coast. So, yeah, man. So if you guys have any questions, whatever, feel free to.
What does leverage mean? What does leverage mean?
Leverage pretty much is a tool, right? So leverage is a tool that gives you the ability to produce maximum output with minimum input, all right? And the reason why I put that down there, because a lot of people don't really understand that word. It's huge, because leverage could be in a lot of different areas, like the reason, you may not be making any money or amount of money you want to make, right, is because you don't have any leverage, right?
because somebody else has leverage over you. So to explain that, say if you're working for somebody for $10 an hour, you may know this job or the work that you're doing, but because you don't have any leverage, that boss has leverage over you. You know, credit. If you have a good credit score, now you can leverage your good credit score to get credit cards and use the bank's money to leverage your credit. So that's pretty much what leverage means and how you can leverage. It's so much other ways, you know, like say if we're running a race, you know, you're on foot, but I got a bike. It's the same amount of distance, but I'm gonna reach that finish line before you. You know why? Because I got a bike, because I leverage, you know, that's what I'm using to leverage me to get to where I wanna go. So that's pretty much what leverage is in a nutshell.
Passive income.
Man, that's one of the most important things that you guys need to know about, because, you know, we trade our time for dollars, right? You know, we work for somebody 8 hours a day and probably only get paid X amount of dollars, right? That's not passive income. Passive income is where, like, say if you have an investment, right? You put your money in this investment, or you sell a digital product, right? Online, like a book, like say if it's a book. You can create this product once and it can sell forever, right? So you could be sleeping and you could be making sales, right? So that's passive income. That's money coming in without you having to work anymore for it.
What does LLC mean?
Man, that's a great question. Term LLC means limited liability company, right? So there's a lot of like differences what you can use with an LLC. I mean, for one, you know, an LLC is important to have, man. Like everyone should have an LLC, right? And even if you got, like, you know how like you try to get certain jobs and then they tell you, oh, you know, are you a felon, or are you, you know, you got a record, and then you probably can't get that job. But guess what? If you have an LLC, you don't have those same requirements. Anybody could get an LLC. As long as you're 18, you can get an LLC, right? So an LLC now, I'm gonna give you guys 3 like kind of benefits. There's so much other benefits, but one of the benefits is like it limits the owner's personal liability, right, for business debts and lawsuits. All right, so if someone like say if you got like a house in your personal name, you know, cars, things like that, assets, by having an LLC, someone sue your company, they can't come after your personal assets. All right, so your LLC is like the buffer between you and your personal assets. All right. Second one is it offers a lot of flexibility when it comes to ownership, management, and taxation of the business. All right. Becoming a business owner has so much benefits because it's just like comparing it to an employee, right? An employee versus a business owner. Which one you guys think has more benefits?
Employee?
Employee?
Yeah.
Well, an employee get taxed at a higher rate than a business owner. A business owner get tax breaks. Okay? With an employee, you only get like child, you know, exempt, right? You get all these other taxes that comes out of your check, right? So that's one of the business, you know, benefits from having an LLC, right? And also, you could build business credit. This is huge. So not only you could build personal credit on the personal side, now this business LLC, you can build business credit for your LLC, okay? Which gives you access to OPM. When I say OPM, you're probably trying to figure out what does that mean. Do you guys know what OPM means?
No. No.
OPM means other people's money. It's real simple. All right. So you can use other people's money to fund your business. And when I say other people, I mean the banks.
Yeah.
Okay. You can use the bank's money to fund your business. All right. So when you hear that term OPM, that's what that means. You know, so, and that's just to name a few benefits pretty much of what you can do with an LLC. Now, and I'm just going to throw this out there real quick. A LLC, you can get up to 100K per LLC, and there's no limit on how much LLCs you can have as one person. So I'm gonna just leave that there for you guys. So you can have unlimited amounts of LLCs. You can have 10 if you want to. You can have 100. You can have 50. You can have 500. You understand? But just make sure each one is not identical to the first. You know, just make sure they do different things. That's all I would say.
And then no more questions at all right now.
Good job, man.
No questions. Good. All right, thank you, man.
All right, thank you, Derek.
And also to piggyback on that LLC thing, man. Like if you guys need help with ideas for an LLC, man, I'm always reachable. You know, you guys can reach out to them. You guys, you know, kind of if you guys got ideas already, that's great. But if you guys trying to figure out, man, what's some kind of business I can do with LLC, I got a whole bunch of ideas, man, a whole list. So yeah, man. So if you guys thinking about that, man, I suggest you guys definitely get an LLC. In some states, I believe it's like 100 to like 150, anywhere in that range for LLC. Cheaper than a pair of Jordans.
But thank you, Derek, for sharing your knowledge with the class. We appreciate it, man. I think a couple of us learned new things. I didn't even know what LLC meant after today, so that's pretty cool. But thank you, Derek. All right, then, Derek, we'll talk later, man.
All right, guys, man. Peace out, man. I appreciate y'all time, man.
All right, man.